Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, just to give you a little bit of a quick update, I am still house hunting, and in the process, I also have to move out of my current place. Anyway, hopefully, you are being patient with me for the uploads right now because my schedule is literally insane. Anyway, today we are going to play Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, Chapter 3. So, let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, so here we are in the Edelweiss Institute.
Salutations, madam. I am Dr. John Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my visit.
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter. Would it be to see Professor Gygax?
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their valuable time.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself.
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson.
Jeez.
Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor. I too know the importance of closely attending to patients.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind compels us to persevere.
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes Edelweiss.
Word of mouth. An article I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word for it, I thought I would see things for myself.
My asylum's reputation precedes it, then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten Day. Yes, hi. Hello. The name's Amos Colby, Northwood
What?
Detective Agency, Boston. I got questions that need answers. Who's in charge here?
What seems to be the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him.
Okay, well, we know that Amos is dead, Mr. Colby. We just saw him on the slab. So I don't feel like Watson is a very good liar, so we're gonna pick that the man is a fraud.
That man, well, the real Amos Colby lies 6 feet under in London.
No. In my line of work, it can't wait. The longer it takes
If
me
you
to get
wish
to
to
the truth,
recuperate,
the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed
avail
in
yourself
harm's
of the
way.
guest room.
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the guest room. Herr Colby, from Northwood Agency. How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax. I would be happy to answer your questions in the examination room.
Oh no.
Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in my care.
Oh my gosh, this lady is so creepy. Oh no. Okay, don't give us a lobotomy. Don't do
Let's not
it.
resort to brute force.
Do not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate.
Oh, jeez. What is she gonna give us?
Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. We need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
So creepy, this lady. Oh, okay. So she gave us something. At least we're not dead, so that's always good. Of course, if we were dead, we'd have no game to play, so... Alright.
The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
Okay, so we get to lockpick. So 1, 3, 4, 2. Let's try 1, 3, 4, 2. All right, great. There we go. Oh, thank goodness they didn't take our lockpick off of us. Otherwise, we would have been stuck in there.
Truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse.
Nope, definitely not. All right. Okay, so that was the holding chamber we were in. So block A is to the left. Can we get up here? Examination room. Okay, so this is where we just came from, and then she must have stuck us in the holding area. So, well, can we find anything?
Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed.
Nope, definitely not. Thank goodness he hasn't seen us already.
There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax.
Okay. What about this door?
Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway.
Oh, yeah, reception. Okay, so...
This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself. Build up a tolerance.
Of course Sherlock would say that.
I'd rather not sit in this chair ever again.
Okay, it looks like that's everything that we can get here. What about back here? Pictures of people. I guess it's not important. And that's it. Alright. So we didn't really learn a whole lot up here other than there was a sedative up there. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go towards block A. Okay, so all the people from the mental institution.
You there! I command you to free me at once!
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
Fortunately for you, I'm here to stop the very same people.
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival of any foreign patients?
Tell me? The gall! The impertinence to bark such orders!
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak? I am the great Napoleon!
Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, First Consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have exacted my revenge against the guards who ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor.
All right. Okay.
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I desire glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
Okay, so these are these prisoners, and then this is the storage room. Of course, we have to pick another lock. So 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. Let's see. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3. Oh, what did I miss? Oh. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. Alright, well, hopefully I didn't mess that up. We'll see. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, okay. Okay, so here is a storage room. So what do we see? Looks like some nails. Some sort of stuff in a bottle.
A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken.
Okay, I don't know who Professor Becker is, but I guess we'll probably find that out later. Oh.
A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything.
Okay, so we found a toolbox. It might come in handy later. Okay, looks like we have a letter. A note from Professor Becker. Professor Gygax, I have suffered serious chemical burns upon my hand, the consequence of your inexcusable actions. My session with Gerda ended before it even began. Poor thing was so terrified she refused to talk and started to destroy everything in the room rather than let me approach her. Wow. What you did to Gerda will not and cannot happen again. Let it be known that I consider your methods a barbaric malpractice. If, as you so boldly claim, you wish to be the future of my facility, you must embody my high standards. Do not disappoint me again. Professor Becker, Director of Black Edelweiss. Okay. So, Gygax is getting yelled at for being cruel to patients, it sounds like.
Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting.
Alright, so we have miscellaneous tubes that he pointed out. What's this? Why is there a picture in here?
This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. I can make out the names listed here.
Okay, what else do we have?
Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter?
Oh, it's a dumbwaiter. Okay.
Looks like it's still operational.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's going to be important later. Hopefully we can send something
Painting
up or
in a
down
mental
from there.
Institution. Vogel would be delighted.
Alright, fifth little frog. Frogs cannot kill, but I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Fifth little frog was foolish at large. He forgot about rules and who is in charge. Timothy Camilleri lies dead in Block B. I swapped out his pills for something nasty. Fifth little frog dies in the walls of Black Edelweiss.
It sounds sinister, even for a place like this. I wonder if there are more frogs in the pond.
Oh jeez, so they're killing people here too?
John Sallow, the tulpa phenomenon. I'm somewhat of an expert already. R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly. It appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here.
Hey, it looks like that's everything. Alright, so that was in the storage room. Okay, so... Alright, the apothecary. Let's see. Let's see what we have.
Any chemist would envy the quality of this equipment.
Okay, so we have that. So we have...
The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp.
Oh, here we go.
Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication.
Okay. Black E patients. Patient. Elise K. Diagnosis. Dermatillomania. Commentary. Nail trimming every day. Do not untie her hands even if she won't stop screaming. Maurizio. Mania. Disassociation. Commentary. After the incident with the nurses prescribed therapeutic fasting for a week, mentioned Josephine to make him more manageable. Mariana has hysteria. Keep raising the dosage until she forgets the child. Stupor is quite acceptable. Nils J. Nervous breakdown. Do not allow any visits. All letters sent to the patient must be destroyed. Nils. Nervous breakdown. Commentary. Do not allow any visits. All letters sent to the patient must be destroyed. Fourth little frog. Frogs can't wash up, and I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Fourth little frog was dirty and rotten. What if I put that frog in the water? Woozy Dundrop swims in a bath. Laundry becomes the end of her path. Fourth little frog dies in the walls of black Edelweiss. Yikes.
Very sturdy. I might borrow it.
Okay, so he's just stealing some syringes.
What was that? Is someone
Oh.
there?
Okay, so on the way to... We went everywhere that we can, so... Okay, what do we have going on in here? So it doesn't look like we can do anything with any of this right now. We have these little frog things, but we haven't found the laundry room yet, and we haven't got to Block B, so... Okay, so how to safely remove the Block B guard. Okay, well, we have the sedative already. I'm assuming we want to put that in a syringe. And I don't see how I know it's going to help us, so let's try metal tubes. Use a hammy blowpipe with a sedative. Obstructed access to Block B. It could be possible to sedate the guard from a distance using a hammy blowpipe. Perhaps one of the tubes from the storage room could suit. Alright. So now we gotta go back to the storage room. And then find those two pipes that we saw earlier, or tubes.
This should suffice.
Okay, great. Well, it looks like we got everything in this section, so let's go and figure out the next step.
I'm sure I heard something.
Oh. Okay. I pressed the wrong button the first time I went to shoot, and I realized it was triggered. I kept pressing A, like, hello! Sweet, but we got him now. Heck yeah, alright. We did the thing. Alright, what's this? Oh, okay, so first little frog. Frogs cannot think, and I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. First little frog was my very first try. Her dumb little head is needed to pry. Hannah Pollard near the hole in the wall wanders. There, her head with the brick encounters. First little frog dies in the walls of black Edelweiss. Okay.
This should be enough to avoid unwanted attention.
Oh,
At least
we're in
from
his
a distance.
outfit. Where do we put his body? Interesting. I don't... Well, maybe we stuffed it in this locker. It's like his body just disappeared, but we're in his outfit. Okay, so now we're about to enter Block B. After I guess we finish this. This is a clue. Some more of the sedatives.
Manufactured and packaged here. This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London.
Interesting. So why is narcotics from Switzerland here? Ooh, what's this? Letter to Mr. Schnitzer. I hasten to assure you that your son is in good hands and that his unexpected development of a psychological disorder can be remedied at our facility. I am sure you are as concerned about your son's well-being as I am, and I am confident our combined efforts will lead to a speedy recovery. The housing of your pharmaceuticals in your warehouse is an important part of this process. If you succeed at drawing officials' attention away from this precious cargo, there will be nothing to stop me from returning your son to you safe, sound, and free of this unfortunate illness. Yours sincerely, Professor Gygax. Oh my gosh, so she's blackmailing this guy. Wow. So that she can get all of these medicines. Okay, so Gygax is super shady, which of course we realized that right from the get-go, right? The lady's totally creepy looking and had that vibe. Okay, so now we're in Block B. I think one of these said black B, right? This one. So let's pin this in case we come across what we need to see. Okay, let's not go that way. You see anything here? Not yet. Alright, what about these cells? Anything? Nope. Don't see anything yet.
Go away, or I will tear your lips from your skull with my fingernails!
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands, just like you did to Heidi.
I am quite certain you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda? Who is Heidi?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what do you refer?
Only Heidi had answers. Go away, pig!
I
said go, or you will spend your last moments on Earth screaming. This door won't stop me.
Oh my. Okay, so I didn't even mean to click on this. I just was walking by and must have accidentally clicked on her. But this is Gerda that we read about in the note from Professor Becker. He was mad because Gygax was torturing this girl. Okay, so there's a restricted area in there. Okay. Anything in here of note? Nothing. Oh, so this is where we just came from. Okay, so let me just go back in here. Let's go into the restricted area. Okay, so it says investigation scene. So the laundry is in here. More restricted area back there. Okay, so we found the laundry. Third little frog. Frogs cannot dream, and I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Frog's dreaming is seedless. There is nothing to reap, so I woke the third frog from his meaningless sleep. A man counts sheep, and Peter... Yeah, I can't... Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the last name. Sorry. Has seen Zero in holding chamber lies smothered by pillow. Third little frog dies in the walls of black Edelweiss. So... Okay, so we have another frog. Okay, the heck is this? Oh my gosh, this very creepy doll.
So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on Haunted Doll Watch.
Oh, yeah, it does say Heidi on her. Okay.
Good lord, how unsettling. The damage seems intentional.
Poor Heidi. I mean, she's very beaten up. Alright. Okay, so we are in the laundry room. One of these said laundry room, right? There we go. So let's see. Yep, there we go. We found something. Hot water about 3 feet
The
deep.
killer was strong enough and the bathtub deep enough to drown poor Lucy.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so these are real. It's not just like little notes that somebody's actually going around killing people. That's not good. Okay, so we're just missing... We're missing the second frog. Okay. We find anything else?
The garments of several dozen people at least. Fabric burnt in the furnace.
Okay, so we have fabric. So obviously trying to hide the fact that they murdered somebody.
A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa.
Okay. So it looks like that's everything in the laundry room. Okay, so let's go to the other restricted area. Oh, I see something in here. Whoops. this?
An Orthodox reliquary commonly found in Eastern Europe, now in a cell halfway up the Alps.
Yeah, it's an interesting place for it, huh? Medical evaluations. So, a weak-minded subject eager to follow orders for perceived reward, strong build, dosed with 0.4 milligrams. This subject remained violent, requiring the need for traditional sedatives. Once calm, the dosage for this subject was minimal, 0.2 milligrams. Language, incomprehensible. Subject is thus assumed mad. Subject possesses a lighter, more agile frame, and as such, a smaller dosage was required, 0.2 milligrams. Language, incomprehensible. Subject is thus assumed mad. The subject was large and required an above-average dose, 0.8 milligrams. Oh no, that's probably our guy that we were looking for. Summary. All subjects in good condition showing signs of obedience regardless of race or native language. They must move on for further testing. Yeah, so this Maori is probably Kimahia, right? Because he was a really big guy and super tall. Okay. More sedatives.
So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless.
Okay. Thought one of these people were for Black Bee. Hole in the wall. We did see a hole in the wall. Okay, so this is Black Bee. We find everything that we needed to. Oh, here we go. Interesting. Blood hit from above. Okay. Discoloration, strong chlorine
This stretcher
smell.
was disinfected frequently.
Okay.
The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel. Doors can be opened for deliveries. These are the same crates we found in London. I should take a closer look.
Okay, so what are these crates? Oh, these crates. Okay. Ew, what's
A
that?
bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident.
What?
Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out.
Oh, wow. So they must have, like, killed themselves with the bottle to get out. Okay. How about this? Okay.
Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water.
Unless... Oh, it's one of those metal things.
This is the same
Tin.
design as the one from London.
Okay, so we're familiar with that. What is it? A hole?
Kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous. This trip was prolonged and perilous.
Okay, it looks like we have to recreate the scene here. Oh, we finally found the second little frog one. Frogs cannot choose, and I surely can. That's the difference between a frog and a man. Second little frog gave up to its fate, which I chose for her and served on a plate. Abigail Emersel, bleeding, almost full tank, near the examination room. She lies with a shank. Second little frog dies in the walls of Black Edelweiss. Gosh. Okay, so we know where the examination room was, so we'll have to go there for this one. But in the interim, let's recreate the scene. Okay, so what are our options for this one? And that looks possible since there's blood there and he did get hit overhead. Okay, this isn't pushing somebody out, but then how does blood get on the wall over there? Nobody's getting hurt, so I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. Alright, let's recreate this one. Alright, so this one shows these two people getting out. This one shows the table that we saw from over there. And that person looks dead. This person looks like they're getting out. This one looks realistic to me because that person survived and then it said that person didn't. But let's check the last one to be safe. This shows they're both sleeping. Alright, well I'm gonna go with the one being awake. Okay, and then there's this one. What is this? Okay, so that shows them bringing... Okay, so we know that they didn't just get out. They were in boxes. So, let's see, is this right? Alright, let's hope.
The carriages were backed through these doors,
Yay,
and they
okay,
began
so we
to
got it
unload
right,
their
that's
cargo
good.
in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. But all the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door.
Alright. Alright, so... Okay, it's wanting me to pin something. So what do we have? Okay, so the foreigners must be taken through a hidden door after some preparation in the cells. This passage must lie somewhere near the back entrance. Here's the back
Doors
entrance.
can be open for deliveries.
Okay, here's something. Okay, welded shut. By this window, maybe? Nope. And this table. Oh, there's a spot. Scratches.
Scratches. Something has been moved through here. This seems to be a locking mechanism. The whole thing must be a door.
Oh, so it's a hidden door, and I guess it must use some sort of special key. Okay, looks like we have completed everything that was in this section. Okay. Okay, so I guess by doing the little frogs, it allows us to know about the murderer's profile. Okay, so let's see. I guess we can go find the other frogs first. Okay, so Froggy, this one. There's one that's supposed to be in Black Bee, so that's the next one that we want to find. Since we're in Black Bee. Okay, so we need to find pills somewhere. Can we get? Maybe one of these carts. Hmm. Oh, here's something. Bitter almond smell, empty.
The killer swapped Timothy's pills for cyanide. The faint almond scent is unmistakable.
Oh my gosh, we killed him with their pills? They gave him cyanide instead? Wow. That's terrifying. And these poor people, I mean, it's already bad enough that they're in a mental institute, and then on top of it, they have terrible treatment, and then a murderer on the loose. That's just lovely. Okay, so this is the holding chamber, so we can also go back there since we know where that is. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the holding chamber so we can figure out. Yep, there it is.
Petter gouged at the wall, fighting for his life. Odds are he left scars on the killer, too.
That's awful. Okay, so now we have a hole in the wall. I don't remember where the hole in the wall is. I know I saw it though. It was like a broken wall. Okay, so second little frog. So we know where the examination room is, so we'll go there next. Oh. It looks like it's right here. That was easy.
The killer was limping, but Abigail couldn't escape.
Oh, the person is a limp. Okay. So now we just need to find the frog where the hole in the wall is. Hopefully it's in here. No. Okay. Where was the hole in the wall? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we found the hole in the wall. Perfect. Let's see.
The murderer used his left hand to kill Hannah with a brick. Well, it's clear that it was a multiple murderer. I'll send the profile
Serial
to the police
killer.
after we finish here.
Okay, multiple murderer's profile. The subject feels superior to other humans and asserts himself at the expense of his victims. He calls them little frogs, likely seeing himself as a kind of scientist who prepares his subjects. Odds are he is meticulous, taking a long time to plan and prepare for each murder. Judging by the location of the crime scenes, the killer is or was an employee of the Black Edelweiss. Yikes. Okay, so that's good. So we completed that piece, and now we've learned and got the full profile of the murderer. Okay, so now we have to figure out how to get the key to Hell's Door. Which I have no idea how to get the key. Okay. But we did... Okay, so we picked up the doll, so maybe we go give this back to Gerda. Okay. Oh, and look at that. She's right here.
I will make them pay for what they did to Heidi.
I believe I have found your friend.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to you?
Shh. It's all right now. Everything will be all right.
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi, I need some help from you in return.
Nice.
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
Okay, what do you know about Gygax?
Professor Gygax seems to rule this facility with an iron fist. Do you know anything about her?
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. separated me and Heidi just for fun. Before she got here, this place was alright.
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember him. He was in charge here before that witch Gygax. But I haven't heard his voice for a long time. Too bad. He was nice.
How did you end up in Block B?
The nurses say I'm prone to violent outbursts, but they're wrong. I just do what Heidi tells me.
Uh-huh. Lately.
Tell me all you know about those funny-talking people.
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear, and the screams would stop.
I found Hell's Door, the one that made the foreigners silent, remember? How do I open it? Gerda, please, I cannot get inside. You have to tell me how to open it.
How can you speak to me like nothing's wrong? Can't you hear Heidi crying? Look at her! Look! She's suffering. I can't even hear my thoughts over her screams. Poor Heidi. We will fix you. I promise. We will fix you.
I shall leave you two to get reacquainted.
Okay. Okay. So it says that we got our doll back, but now we have to repair. So we need 2 buttons, some thread, glue, and nails. Okay, so I remember seeing nails in the storage room. And see if there's anything in here. I would assume. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we found loose buttons. And then we found the thread. Okay, so we found 2 of the things. So that's good. So now we have to find one more investigation scene, as it showed 2 of them from the beginning. So the other one must be the storage room, which is in the beginning, unfortunately. This game loves making you run back and forth. Right. Alright, so here are the other items. It looks like nails. Okay, perfect. Which nails and oh, so that stuff was construction adhesive, or i.e. glue. Okay, so you pick up the nails. And we got the adhesive. Okay, so we got all 4 things. Now we gotta get back to Gerda. There she is.
Will this help fix your friend?
Give it to me.
Yay, look at that.
How is she feeling?
Everything will be all right, Heidi. Everything.
Good
Gerda,
job.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
Shut your dirty little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already. She won't speak no more. Now it's only Heidi. You helped me, and I didn't cut out your eyes. So we're even. Now go!
What on earth? Oh my god, why is this doll talking? It's terrifying. Okay, it's literally nightmare fuel.
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored, there will be consequences.
Oh god, let's not mess this up. Okay, so what should Heidi talk about? Maybe the keyhole?
I found Hell's Door, but it's locked. Is there a way to
Okay,
get
we
in?
got it right.
Hell's Door? Never heard of it.
Did Gerda mention the door before? Yes, she did.
That's not true. You, Gerda, told me that Hell's Door makes people silent forever.
And you believe that snotty little girl? I'll personally ensure that she never dares to speak again!
Oh my gosh, this doll is so scary. It's like, okay, why does Heidi keep everything a secret? Probably because she was tortured, right? Okay, it's definitely not the frogs. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's this one. Okay, please be right. I don't want to get murdered by this doll.
Professor Gygax hurt you repeatedly, scarred your body and
we
mind.
get it. Okay,
You are
good.
not protecting Hell's Door. You are simply afraid of the consequences were I to enter.
I could tap your teeth out with a hammer until you choked on the blood and bits.
Oh
You
my
could.
gosh.
But then you would live the rest of your life in fear of Professor Gygax. I can make that feeling go away.
How?
I can stop her. But the key, Heidi, the key to Hell's Door is critical to stopping Professor Gygax. And I think you know where it is.
Tell him!
But you said
And now I say tell him!
the professor. She has a special key. Keeps it close and only brings it down when you people go through. Behind those closed doors, those people start to sing. Oh, they sing in so much pain.
Gygax. Of course. Thank you, Gerda. Heidi. I must leave.
Leave? You joke. Nobody leaves the Edelweiss. Now you will be with us forever!
Oh. Oh my, let's hope not. Okay, so now we know that she has a key. Okay, so there's nothing to do in here, so that means we have to finish it in Mind Palace. So how do we get the key? I have no idea. Oh, Watson maybe? Maybe patient hates the guards. Maybe this guy can distract the guards. Okay. How to get the key? Maybe her testimony? Okay, so Watson and Heidi. So we missed one in the first thing. Maybe the dumbwaiter. Okay, great. So Watson could find it and send it downstairs. Watson must be in the guest room that is beside Gygax's office. Perhaps he could acquire the key and use the kitchen dumbwaiter to deliver it down to the storage room. Alright, we're making progress. How to get to Watson for help. Okay, so maybe this is the patient. And then seeking help from Watson, I guess? Or is that the dumbwaiter? No, because we have to get to him. So let's try this. Okay, so that wasn't it. So patient hates the guards. Maybe that's the dumbwaiter? Black path? Okay, we're running out of options. Okay, use a patient to create a diversion. Seeking help from Watson. The patient who claims to be Napoleon Bonaparte could help. Freeing him could create enough of a distraction to find and contact Watson on the ground floor. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so let's go talk to Napoleon. Okay, so he's in the other area. It's interesting how these patients are more separated in B from A. Okay, let's not go that way. Okay. Let's see what we got. Is this him? No, this guy. Napoleon! Oh, I have to open it. Okay, so 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. 4, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. 4, 2, 3, 1. Mm-hmm. 1, 3, 2. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, I think we have everything. We did all the frogs and nothing else is left, so let's do it.
You came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course, you are right as ever, for you see, time is of the essence. The royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you.
Mon amour.
But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Ha! They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
I am coming, Josephine.
Oh my gosh, we just let him out. He's running around. Satisfying.
Psst. Watson. Over here.
Holmes? What are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It is unimportant. I require your assistance.
Well, that is rich, because clearly it was unimportant to tell me what you were planning beforehand. Amos Colby?
Your naivety was essential to sell the disguise.
Actually, it wasn't. You should have trusted me.
Watson, we can discuss this later. Time is of the utmost importance. The kidnapped people may still be here. This is what I know so far.
What? You really found all this on your own?
Focus, Watson. I need you to find a key. It will be most unique. All the details are in my notes. Logic dictates that Gygax will keep it near her. Once acquired, you must get it to me. Perhaps the kitchen dumbwaiter could be of use.
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Yes, you can, Watson. You are unfailingly dependable.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kuntz. After the war, my nerves, I fled all that commotion.
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
Okay, so now we're back to being Watson again. It's kind of neat when you get to switch back and forth like this between the two guys.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently.
Oh, jeez. Bloody water.
What have we got ourselves into, Holmes?
Okay. Oh, good. We have a gun. Could definitely use that. Oh, I wonder if we get to shoot somebody.
Perhaps I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed.
Some drawings. Oh, it says Heidi.
Did a child make these?
That's interesting. Okay. Guest room.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr Wolf can wait until tomorrow. I wish to speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You still see patients yourself, even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other. No?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Dr. Watson, those of us who pursue knowledge are anything but average. Now, who are you?
Oh, semi-soldier, doctor, raider. Let's pick raider.
In truth, I want to be a writer. Yet I often struggle to put pen to paper, to write anything that doesn't seem dull or hackneyed. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds. But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I see. So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, you must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
How naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
A colleague?
The former director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave his house.
Watson.
Weary of lovely already, Doctor?
How rude of me. I was absorbing your wise words, Professor, and must have got distracted.
Was my conversation boring you?
No, not at all. I merely...
No, I understand full well.
Oh,
You're not
no.
seeking conversation.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind craves truth, but not in this form. You must witness a practical demonstration if you are to learn.
I'm
unless I
certainly
hope.
intrigued. Would that be possible?
Of course. I propose a journey between the jury of the human brain. You will not leave without being truly enlightened.
Well, jeez.
Kunz, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room and the girl with the...
No!
Yes,
Not Gerda.
Professor.
Our preparations will take a little time. I will come for you soon, Doctor.
Oh my gosh, this lady hates Gerda. Okay, so we got kicked out of there.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson.
Okay, this is the kitchen. Okay. Oh, it looks like this is the dumbwaiter, so this is
It's
how
dusty but
we
functional.
get something back to Sherlock.
Oh, we never use that. I think it connects somewhere downstairs.
Patient room 2. Patient's poetry. Oh, beautiful alpine flower, whose heart I do miss so, you call to me while I don't see. How could I let you go? The storm cuts through my senses, makes all my thoughts so blind. With no captain, I miss reason. What did they truly find? Cold and dark, with grimy walls, roughly held like animals. Trapped yet free, why do I fall? Something squirms on the tip of the tongue, but what can it be? What did I forget? Oh, that doesn't sound like great poetry. Oh, okay, there's this guy.
I'm struggling to remember something.
Okay. I don't know what to pick here. I'm trying to get her out of her office. Why does Gygax care about wolves? Why? Okay, so a note from Professor Becker. It's the only thing we can pick, so let's just try it. Okay, so we know that he's a very important patient. Maybe the poetry? No. Okay, so the note is from Professor Becker. Maybe a medical evaluation? Oh, maybe this letter. Okay, let's try this up. Shit. Okay, so that's not it. Patient hates. Why does she care about wolf? I don't think we know yet. Oh, okay, so now that we have this, like, to be back and talk to this guy.
It's something familiar. If only I could place it. I must think.
Not yet. Okay. Maybe. Oh, there's a little courtyard. Okay, so let's go in here.
Give it to me. No, I don't want to. Why not?
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here.
A visitor? No.
Miss?
Okay. Where are you?
I hear them. Don't you hear it?
Okay. That's where we came from.
finding.
Okay, examination room. Okay, administration. Gygex's patient reports. October 1879. A more serious treatment is necessary. My special patient Wolf will be transferred to patient room 2 on the ground floor. All other patients must be removed from my schedule and reassigned to other specialists at the Institute. This patient's mental state requires constant monitoring and immediate intervention to avoid undesirable consequences. December 1879. The necessary surgical procedures were successfully performed. Physical recovery is still in progress. Memory loss is increasing but still not complete. A new obsession with writing has developed, probably a side effect. In January of 1880, the patient's writing now mentions old names, clear sign of partial memory recovery. Unacceptable result. A second surgery is required targeting both the frontal and temporal lobes. Wait, so she operating on him so he forgets. And he started to get his memory back, so she gave him a second surgery? February of 1880. Surgery went well. The patient's memory does not persist for longer than a couple of minutes. Although an obsession with writing lingers, danger eliminated. Daily monitoring prescribed. Wow. Wow. This is terrible. She's really
that's
horrible.
A lot of records.
Okay, what do we have here?
Photograph seems recent. A commemorative photo album. Been a while since I've been in one of these.
Okay, is that everything? Okay. Looks like that's everything, so that's pretty good. Hopefully that gave us the additional information that we needed. Oops, I don't want to go through there. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, so she cares about him. Let's do this photo. Okay, so somehow we still don't have everything yet. Alright, so how to lure her out of her office. Maybe we have enough information from this one. Okay, so to lure her out, we can lure her out with a very important patient. And then... poetry? Maybe. And then... maybe Sherlock's note? Okay, so the poetry is correct. Maybe your patient report. I feel like we still need information. I don't think we have everything. This isn't... maybe this guy will talk to us now. He didn't talk to us the last time.
You are Mr. Wolf.
Okay,
right?
so now it's letting us talk.
Hello? Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John Watson. I wanted to talk with you, if you didn't mind.
Ah, doctor. I don't suppose you could help. I seem to have forgotten where I am.
We're in the Black Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf. It's an asylum in Switzerland, and you are one of its most important patients.
But why am I here?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember anything.
It's all right. You don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and go. Now, what comes to mind? Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
Oh my gosh.
We just went over this.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
We were just discussing this facility, the Black Edelweiss Asylum, and why you are here.
That name does sound familiar.
Holmes, the things I do for you.
Excuse me, who are you? And who's this Holmes fellow?
I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is, well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke, don't mind me.
But why am I here, Doctor? Am I sick?
I'm sure I can take a look.
Oh, we get to observe this guy now, okay. So I will say I wish this game was a little less linear in some ways. Like, we tried to talk to this guy and it didn't let us, but now it's making us talk to him. It's a little silly. Alright, so one side of his face is paralyzed. Oh, that's a nasty scar. 2 deep scars. Precise surgical incisions. So that was the low incisions that they had for his brain. Chemical burns. Faded with age. So the one letter was talking about chemical burns, right? So this is the guy with the burns. Possible abuse of medicine. And we know that this guy ill and the treatment isn't working, or ill due to the treatment itself. Okay, this is the guy with the chemical burns, which means that it must be the guy that wrote the letter, the professor, and he was yelling at her. So because of that incident, it seems like she has operated on him. So I'm gonna say that he's ill due to the treatment itself. Yeah, it appears that his illness is a direct result of the treatment he has received here at the Black Edelweiss. Now, I think that's because she didn't want him to remember. Wow, this lady's crazy.
Dear Lord, what did Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Oh my gosh, so he's already forgotten who we are. This is terrible. Actually terrible. The guy went from being like a high-up director who actually treated the patients with care and kindness, and now he's in here himself. That's awful. Well, I guess at least he can't remember why he's there. Some benefit. Okay, so we know she cares about Wolf because... So we have a note from Becker, Gygax's patient reports, and now we have his character portrait. That's probably it. Okay, so Wolf is the former director of Black Edelweiss. Very important patient. Wolf is actually Professor Becker, the previous director of the Black Edelweiss. He now suffers from severe memory issues, but still retains the ability to write. Wow. Okay, the plot thickens. Okay, so now we have to figure out how to get her out of the office. Do we have enough? Okay, so we have poetry, patient reports, and maybe a very important patient. Okay, good. Use Becker to distract Gygax. Becker can still write. Perhaps he can get Gygax's attention with a letter. And he can't remember anything, but I guess he can write. Okay, so is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so let's go back in here.
Hello again. You won't remember me, but we've met before. I am Dr. John Watson, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility, the Black Edelweiss.
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait, let me write it down. I try to recall memories through writing, but they always feel just out of reach.
As a matter of fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes, please, anything.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, even who you are. But we will play a trick on her. We will write a letter so that she learns her lesson. Put down what I dictate.
Okay, we're gonna put, she is a poor director.
Dear Professor Gygax, I bitterly regret that I let my beautiful alpine flower fall under your influence. I see now that you never deserved to sit as the director of the Black Edelweiss. You will be brought to justice, and the world will know your cruelty. And by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to be director of this asylum. Signed, Professor Becker.
There, it's done. hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is John Watson. I'm a doctor
gosh.
from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack the talent. And presently I'm risking my life to help my brilliant detective flatmate in the pursuit of a cult of kidnappers, even as I fear it may destroy him. I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet despite it all, I feel alive. Any more questions?
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as they come.
Yeah, we do sound crazy. Okay, so what do we have left? We have, okay, the patient named Gerda. So, okay, so we have this letter. So let's go give it to the director lady and see if we can get her out of her office.
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for Professor Gygax.
Thank you, Doctor. Leave it with me.
Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
All right, that worked out perfectly. Okay, let's see what we have. We have this thing, a knife, a mail opener.
Close,
maybe?
but I don't think this is the key. This is too small to be what Holmes asked for.
Okay. What do we have? Here's a drawer. Oh, good. Let's open this. Looks like a letter, maybe? Letter from New Orleans Bank. Dear Professor, we recently took possession of a collection of rare gems on behalf of our mutual acquaintance. The gems have now been sold to Louisiana jewelers, who made several offers far exceeding our expert's estimate of the stone's value. The final sale price agreed upon for the 11 gems was 12,550 Swiss francs. Our client has instructed that you receive 2/3 of this sum, transferred to your solicitor as per usual. As always, our discretion is assured, and we look forward to your continued business with you and your illustrious patron. Yours sincerely. And it looks like some person from the banking house in New Orleans. Okay, is there anything else? What is this, a stamp?
An Edelweiss relief about 2 inches in diameter.
Oh, this must be the key.
This must be what Holmes was after.
Perfect. All right. You're doing the thing. Okay. What else? Hello? Oh, maybe this drawer. Okay. Ooh, a diary. Look at that. She just leaves it unlocked. Gygax's diary, December 1879. It has been 3 months since I took over the Edelweiss from Becker. Not all of my colleagues approved of the rule changes, so I am now the only professor here. No matter, the hiring of several strong nurses will solve the personnel shortage. At last, my work can flourish without the impairment of a lesser mind. March 1880, the first payment has arrived from R. Our deal does pose risks, but the possibilities are endless if he is true to his word. May of 1880, the first shipment of chosen ones has arrived. R has sent a vast selection of broken minds. The work ahead will be difficult, but undoubtedly useful for my own research as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay. It's a little glitchy there for a second, but let's see, is there anything else in here?
Nothing special about this.
Is that everything in the room? Okay, I think that's better get out of here before they come back. Okay, let's find the kitchen, which is next door, and then we can go through this key down the dumbwaiter for Sherlock. Oh good, the lady's gone. I was gonna say, like, how do we distract her to get it down the dumbwaiter without her noticing? But she's not here. Perfect. Ta-da! Look at that. It's crazy that thing is a key. It looks like a stamper. That you'd have like a wax seal and like the old time envelopes or something. Okay. Okay, so it looks like... I have no idea where we are, to be honest. What is this? Okay, looks like a classroom of some sorts. Okay, we have a broken tooth. Oh, jeez.
The tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old. The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often.
Yikes. Wow, the treatment here is really bad. What is this?
A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it.
Oh, okay. So we'll probably find a projector or something. Is there anything else? Nothing.
The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps.
Interesting. Alright. So it looks like we found everything in this room. Well, that's where we came out of. Let's not go back in there yet. What the heck? Okay, that's some really creepy chanting. Okay. A letter. A handwritten letter. Professor, trust my guide, the light of our abyss, for he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Make sure he is present and that our chosen utter nothing but the sacred words. And lo, the trance will begin, and we will be an inch closer to the universe beyond. Your work is essential as many as our flock do not speak our language, and time is of the essence. It would be best to work in groups, performing at least one seance per day for a week. Of course, the most skeptical members will have to be tamed by your hands. In the meantime, my work continues on a physical method to maintain the trance state through the emitted light waves of Khalid lenses. Finally, my men in New Orleans will contact you regarding the new shipment of Chosen. Make room for them as you have done before. R. Wow. A telegram from New Orleans. The bank has the gems. My master has ordered me to send the first shipment of Chosen ones. They will arrive within 2 weeks. Do not fail us. A. Okay. Oh, a key? Okay, we found a shiny key. I have no idea where that goes.
Looks as if it's been recently used.
What is it? Notebook from Professor Gaiax. The new method at last started to show progress. The success rate is 4 out of 10, and the failures are not responding to any external stimuli. Nevertheless, the phonetic system can be declared an undeniable success. Regardless of their native language or place of origin, individuals learn to speak the chant without flaw. They learn it quickly and fluently despite lacking all mental autonomy. Regrettably, one of the chosen continues to resist. Isolation and deprivation resulted in a strengthening of their disobedience. Negotiation only ignited anger, and even after the direct removal of the frontal and temporal lobes, it seems all that was left was an innate desire to resist. Wow. This chosen one cannot be allowed to pollute the minds of the others. The conclusion is inescapable. They cannot continue to live. I will see to it they are sent to the well. Okay.
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Oh good, I finally stopped. I was gonna say, I really hope I didn't have to keep listening to that. Straps.
Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape.
Alright, so let's see what else we have. Something?
A very professional brain dissection.
Oh, wow. Oh no, the birds that we saw. That's why they have all the birds, is to dissect their brains. Okay. This is creepy. Oh my god, we're tripping again. Here we go.
Get out of my head!
Your mind festers, devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one that trembled.
Oh my.
Left your surrender your soul and become a servant of.
Are we like on drugs? Like,
Please.
what's happening that this
No
is
more!
happening
Stop
to
it!
us?
Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not
Why?
fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken, and let the
World behold!
What just happened? I think Sherlock is like losing his mind, or he's high on something. I don't know
Light
which.
of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was intense. Let me get the heck out of this place. Wow. So we're going crazy? Like we're in a mental institution and now all of a sudden we're going crazy, but she did inject us with something a while earlier, but it had worn off, so I just don't... The heck? Oh. Okay, nobody's coming down here. I thought for sure somebody was coming down here.
A hydraulic
And then we were gonna get
How
busted.
ingenious. Watson?
Holmes,
What are you still doing here?
still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
you look like crap, Sherlock.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think.
What on earth? So she's dead? How the heck she die? Is it a doll? Oh no. Oh no. There's creepy dolls in
Heidi,
here.
How did it end up here?
No, at least she's not talking to us anymore. That's a start. Oh my goodness.
The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death.
Oh, she went to go get Gerda for the thing with Watson.
The patients here wear the same robes. No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat.
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
Wow, so yeah, she probably went and dealt with the guy with his memory and just saw that he didn't know anything. And then they must have went to go get Gerda or something, and then obviously Heidi and Gerda attacked. What's interesting though is she killed her but then left Heidi behind? Or Heidi did it by herself? I don't know. Alright, what am I doing? Oh yeah, we gotta figure out where we're going next. Okay, so we have Mind Palace. What do we have left? Okay, where does it lead us to? Okay, so we have just 3 of these. Okay, so we have the letter from New Orleans Bank. We know that. We have the telegram from New Orleans. And I have no idea what the third thing is. So let's see. Maybe her diary? Let's see. A handwritten letter. Try that. Oh, that was a good guess. Okay. Lead in New Orleans. Several pieces of evidence now point to New Orleans. It appears that the kidnappers have enlisted the services of the banking house of E.W. Gray to sell gems. Okay, so I guess we did it. Yeah. I guess we'll talk to Watson.
We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
Interesting they say New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans, and the locals there call it New Orleans or New Orleans.
There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes? You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
Yeah, she was horrible.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
That was a really sad story.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked.
That was so sad.
Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits, what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
No, we're going to New Orleans.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
That was an interesting closeout scene. As we're taking our train ride to New Orleans. All right, everyone. So there we go. So that was the end of Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, Chapter 3. So as always, let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you again next time.